Meghan could never compete. Kate looks perfect in white suit while her sister-in-law badly fitting. Catherine opted for an all-white outfit for yesterday's public appearance. Catherine chose a crisp white suit for yesterday's public appearance, and it was a very similar look to the one Meghan Markle chose for the Invictus Games earlier this year. Duchess of Cambridge accessorized her outfit with a beautiful pair of handmade earrings. However, big difference between Catherine and Smirkle's clothing. Catherine's fit. Smirkle's are obviously designed by Stevie Wonder. Pursuit is believed to be by Alexander McQueen and is a re-wear from earlier this year when Catherine wore the jacket with matching cigarette trousers under orange blouse and an orange blouse. The jacket is said to be worth £1,370. Then when she departed Belize, the Duchess, she opted for wide leg, white trousers by the same designer and a belted vintage jacket in burnt orange. These trousers are priced at £590 and are made of a soft crepe material. It is thought she has paired the jacket with wide leg trouser and opted for a plain white tank top underneath. To accessorize, Catherine chose a pair of white heels, likely to be either the Jimmy Choo Romy, 85 or Giant Vito Rossi, 105 white leather heels, both from her wardrobe. Her handbag is the white mulberry bag, which most recently while leaving Belize and debuted at Wimbledon in 2021. The Amberley small leather crossbody bag retails at £675. Royal fans took to social media to comment on Catherine's outfit. One said the Duchess of Cambridge is looking effortlessly chic and gorgeous in a white pantsuit today, as she met young people in Brixton. Another added Catherine and is totally gorgeous today in the unveiling of the National Windrush Monument at Waterloo Station in London. Catherine today, or how to be perfect in a white suit. Her third suggested. Catherine has glamour, style, and humility. Everything that Meghan lacks, she will make a wonderful queen and be remembered for many years to come. Meghan will fade from memory very quickly, with only a footnote saying she was the woman that divorced the king's brother. When he became irrelevant, Catherine had worked long and hard for her status as style icon. Despite the inhibitions imposed by palace killjoys, Royal or Brown wrote, she had ascended alongside the millennial rejection of elitist haute couture, and spent the best part of a decade wearing a tastefully inexpensive wardrobe, subsuming her personal views and signaling solidarity with working women. It took her 5 years after her marriage to post for an unusually sedate cover of British Vogue, wearing the kind of conservative brown suede Burberry coat and large vintage hat seen in the crowds of the Cheltenham Horse Show. She put on pantyhose, both literally and figuratively, smiling, gamely, and uncomplainingly for the press. Meanwhile, the latest edition of Us Weekly reports, Catherine had no interest in extending an olive branch to Meghan Markle during her recent visit to the UK. While the rest of the royals did their best to play nice, sources say it just wasn't in the cards for the feuding Duchess. The reunion was like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode, one source remarks. Apparently Catherine's icy demeanor still ties back to the Sussexes' bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey last year when Meghan publicly savaged Catherine and the rest of the royals. It was the last straw and insider dishes. Catherine, still waiting for a meaningful apology, and refuses to interact with Meghan, unless she absolutely has to. She finds it very hard to spend time with Meghan and Harry, after all the mother that's been slung. But finally source is revealed that the Sussexes kept their distance from the Cambridges, and that isn't likely to change anytime soon. Harry and Meghan ended up spending almost all of their time holed up at Frogmore Cottage. The tips to spills, neither side feels they have to apologize. So there is no moving forward. Neither one wants to take responsibility for anything they've done. Things remain at a stalemate. Second video. Queen can see real grandchildren. HM's birthday gift to Zara's daughter enraged Harry and Meghan. U == Lena Tunnell's birthday celebrations show how much has changed since the Queen's great-granddaughter was born. There was no sign of Prince Harry, who is said to be her godfather, just a few years ago when Lena was born. Prince Harry was one of the most popular members of the royal family and extremely close his cousins, Zara. The pair had grown up a few miles from each other in Gloucestershire and shared a love of horses and the great outdoors. And although it has not been officially confirmed, it was widely reported at the time of her christening that Prince Harry was Lena's godfather. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan attended the christening at St. Nicholas Church in Sherrington, Gloucester in March 20, 1910, months after the two was born at Stroud Maternity Hospital. Yet by the time the little girl turned for Prince Harry was thousands of miles away. On the other side of the Atlantic, after Lena's father, Mike Tyndall, reportedly gave him the cold shoulder. According to some, he also privately called his wife's cousin a root name. Saturday's birthday party came just weeks after Harry made a flying visit to the UK for the Queen's Jubilee. He and Meghan watched the Toupring, the colour, with other members of the extended family from large windows of the Major General's office at Horse Guards Parade. And Harry was pictured playfully putting his finger to his lips to tell little Lena to be quiet. The Duchess of Sussex was also seen chatting to Ireland and Savannah Phillips, who was holding Lena at the time. Behaviour experts say the following day, the former England player deliberately blanked Harry as they waited for their cars to arrive outside St. Paul's Cathedral, following a service of thanksgiving for the Queen, who was celebrating 70 years on the throne. Zara appeared to still be on friendly terms with Harry. She chatted with her cousin, but Mike tried to avoid talking to them, and apparently later called Harry a rude name. It follows him being pictured in a bear hug, greeting Harry's brother, Prince William. It is not known if the Sussexes sent a message to little Lena on Saturday, but nothing has been published publicly. Earlier this month, during the Platinum Jubilee, Queen Elizabeth finally got a chance to meet Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's daughter, Lilibet. While there were tragically no pictures of the meeting, at least not any that are for the eyes of people who aren't in the royal family's most trusted inner circle. Anyway, some tiny bits of intel about the iconic moment have leaked out via royal media. One fact that seems to be pretty universally accepted as truth about the great meeting of the Lilibet is that it was pretty short time-wise, less than an hour reported. Considering how long the Queen had to wait to meet little Lily, almost exactly a year after her birth, and how far the Sussex fam lives from the rest of the royals. These days, the brevity of the intergenerational hangout sesh came as a surprise to some royal fans / ignited flames of anxiety that Harry's relationship with the Queen is in a bad place. According to royal expert Jonathan Socrates, however, that's 100% not the case, which emphatic few. She was working very hard to maintain her strength. Socrates told Us Weekly. I think it's totally understandable that she was saving her energy as best she could for all the events that she wanted to be at, if she possibly could. This totally tracks, of course, considering the Queen has had to skip several public appearances recently, including many events during the Jubilee itself. We're talking about someone in their 90s and a baby, Socrates added, presumably to drive home the very obvious, common sense reason the meeting was kept on the shorter side.